Why? Hey guys, Andrew here, and today I'm finally getting to this video. Batman and Robin. An extensive look and review into this terrible, terrible movie. So guys, Batman and Robin. It is the fourth Batman movie of the original four Batman movies. It is by far the worst Batman movie ever made, and one of the worst films ever made. It's honestly a travesty that this got this was created. Human beings made this movie. And good human beings too. And I mean by good human beings, I mean like good actors. Like someone like George Clooney, who's a good actor, was in this movie. Why? But guys, in all seriousness, this movie is so terrible. There have been so many reviews and things. I'm going to try and cater this to my own, viewing of the movie and my own interpretation of this. I don't want to try and mimic anything. I will show clips throughout this video, but I don't want to try and mimic what other people have done, because I want to talk about this movie in the only way I know possible. And that is just rip it apart, because I hate this thing. Honestly, this guys, right now, this is a 2-disc box, okay? And it has on the first disc, it has the original 2 Batman movies. The original Batman movie and Batman Returns. I like that disc. Then I like half of the other disc. The other disc contains Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. And in my previous review, you can see that I didn't mind Batman Forever. I kind of actually like the movie. In a weird way. I mean, it's not good at all, but I found some enjoyment in it. I didn't mind Val Kilmer as Batman, and I didn't mind them incorporating Robin in the way they incorporated Robin. I thought, yes, was it still a bit jokey? Yeah, but it still had some quality parts to it, and in that, it's not a terrible movie. That all being said, this is garbage. Absolute garbage. And we're going to talk about it. I took extensive notes. I took 2.5 pages of notes when I first watched this movie. This movie is 2 hours long. And it took me nearly 3 hours to watch it one day because I had to watch this thing. I had to. It's terrible. God awful. So guys, the movie. This is where I gotta start talking about this thing. And this thing came out in 1997, and oh my goodness, it's terrible. I mean, this is when honestly Warner Brothers couldn't make a movie to save their lives. Okay, and when I get into the Death of Superman Lives What Happened video, I'll come back to these movies. Especially Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, just to kind of reference what was going on in the productions of those movies and everything at the time with Warner Brothers, because these 2 movies are kind of the reason why that movie didn't get made. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let's get to the beginning of this thing. Okay, so the first things we see in this movie, other than the fact that the Batman and Robin logos come up twice. It starts out with a Batman logo, and then the Robin logo flies in, and it's like, look, we have Batman, and guess what? It's Robin. The movie's called Batman and Robin, starring Danny Ocean. Then Arnold Schwarzenegger shows up, and it's just, oh goodness me. Let's just play the first clip of the movie. Let's just show you the opening of this movie just to see how stupid it is. Here you go.
Chicks dig the car.
This is why Superman works alone.
Don't wait up, Al.
I'll cancel the pizza.
What were you thinking? This is terrible, and it is so bad. Okay, I'll cancel the pizzas. Why were you ordering pizza in the first place if they had to go somewhat? Why? And it's the over-the-top intros of the Batmobile, which has like a disco ball in it, and the over-the-top intros of Robin's motorcycle and everything. George Clooney looks terrible in the Batman costume. The dumb Dutch angle butt shots? Come on. Who approved this? Who? Why? Why? This is why the Batman franchise got delayed for like 9 years. You know why? Because of this movie. This movie is terrible. I'm gonna keep saying it. This movie's awful. He's like, well, this is why Superman works alone. Shut up. And then Robin and his whole, I want a car, chicks dig the car. I'll tell you what, right now, the line that Batman says in Batman Forever about chicks digging the car, roll the tape.
It's the car, right? Chicks love the car.
Yeah, that line works, and here's why. Because it's not said like, I want a car, chicks dig the car. It's not said in a stupid way, and he's like, and then Batman doesn't say, well, this is why Superman works alone. Shut up. Just shut up. This is stupid. In Batman Forever, it made sense because because Batman was being hit on by Nicole Kidman's character, and he's like, "It's the car, right? Chicks dig the car." Like, it makes sense. That line, well, it's cheesy and everything. It makes sense. The line works. In this movie, it's stupid. Mr. Freeze. Where do I begin? Oh, I know where to begin. I made a ton of notes on the thing.
Iceman cometh. I'm afraid that my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy. In this universe, there's only one absolute. Everything freezes. You are not sending me to the cooler. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! It's winter forever here in Gotham. I hate when people talk during the movie. All right, everyone. Chill. 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 Pheromone dust. Designed to heat a man's blood. It doesn't work on a cold-hearted. Now, if you please. Cool party.
Hey, Freeze. The heat is on.
How many times did I sin the ice jokes? Oh, let me see. 1, 2, 10,000. Yeah, about 5,000 times. Every line he says, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. That's a terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation, but it's like, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Ha ha ha. Ice, snow, pun. Ha ha. Cool body. This movie doesn't make me mad. It makes me sick inside. It makes me question people's thought process. It's like Joel Schumacher decided one day he's just not even going to make a good movie. Okay, and this dude made Phantom of the Opera, okay? Phantom of the Opera, actually a movie I own. A movie I really, really like. It says a Joel Schumacher film. This dude can make good stuff. But in contrast to this, we haven't even gotten to Poison Ivy and Bane, haven't we? Oh, come on. And at this point, I'm just going to kind of skip forward here, because the movie is so bad. You have Poison Ivy, who some have compared her to an adult film star. Some have compared her to just outrageous stuff. And honestly, they're not wrong. Okay? They're not wrong. And I'll tell you right now, guys, I've watched the video that Chris Stuckman did, the Hilariosity review for Chris Stuckman and the flick pick in this movie, like 10 times, because number one, their reactions and everything are hilarious, and this is just a funny review of the movie. But it's so funny to just to hear them talk about this movie, because they hate this movie. I hate this movie too. But at the same time, you almost have to laugh at how dumb it is. And that, wow, they thought that was a good idea. Like Batgirl. Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought who thought this was a good idea? Okay? It's just, it's bad. The Bat credit card? What were you thinking? You weren't thinking. That's what you were doing. You weren't thinking. And then the whole Poison Ivy thing in a gorilla costume. This movie is terrible, guys. I'm not even going to really get to the end of the movie. I'm just going to talk about how bad it is right now, because I can't get to the end of the movie. And how just terrible it is. And the fact that halfway through and everything, they have to get into new Batman, Robin, and Batgirl costumes just so they could make toys for this. It's so bad. This movie has like a 3, like 0.3. I don't know who gave it anything higher than a 3 on IMDb. Like, what are you on? Number one. It's like this movie is just terrible. It's just terrible. Nobody in this movie is good. Okay, and in the moments where you're thinking, okay, like Batman Forever shined to me in its actual kind of like over-the-top action stuff, and the fact that, Val Kilmer wasn't a bad Batman, in my opinion. Didn't do a bad job. The villains, yet over the top, they kind of leveled out the movie. And then when you had Nicole Kidman and Val Kilmer together in these more serious tones, and Val Kilmer as Bruce Wayne discovering his past and his fears and all these things and his parents' death, all that kind of stuff, it works. Okay, honestly, it works, and it goes through the motions, and that stuff actually works. That's one of the shining moments of that movie. This movie, when we get away from all the corny action, if you want to call it action, all the corny silliness, and we come back down to earth, it feels like the movie just stops. Because it does. When you have Batgirl, or whatever her name was, I forget, Alicia Silverstone's character, I even forget her name. When you have her and Robin or Dick Grayson, or whatever Chris O'Donnell's name is, and then you have George Clooney and Alfred and all them together, and it's just like, this is so awkward, this is so dumb, just get me out of this movie. And the stupid part about this movie is it's 2 hours long. It took me 3 hours to watch it the first time, because it's terrible, and I had to write pages of notes. This movie, I can't even score this movie because it's so bad. It's on the terrible movie scale, it's like a 10, because it's like the best terrible movie ever. And what I mean by that is it's so bad that there's levels of enjoyment in how bad it is. And I think every human being like alive should ever watch. Everybody should watch this movie because it's so bad. Everyone needs to watch this movie. I think it's a requirement. You have to watch this movie, and not just hear me rant or people on the internet rant about it. Overall, guys, Batman and Robin. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? I mean, it's an atrocity. It's an atrocity. It's a hilariosity, as some people would say. It is so bad and so over the top. And just, I mean, I'll say right now, I'm going to. My parents will probably hate me for this, but like against their will, I'm going to be like, we need to watch Batman and Robin or Batman Forever just so you can say you've watched it. Okay? I've seen Transformers: Age of Extinction. That was tough to get through. If you think this is tough to get through, that's a tough one to get through as well. I mean, they're so bad. They're so bad. Anyway, guys, that's the end of my original Batman reviews. I'm done. I'm finally getting to the good movies. Thank you. I do have to do some bad Superman movies to talk about, but I can probably deal with those because I can probably deal with them. But this one killed me. This one killed me. It took everything I loved about Batman, everything we saw in that new trailer for Batman versus Superman and everything, every cool thing we liked about the Nolan movies, every awesome thing about Batman ever, and flushed it down the toilet. That's what it did. It's exactly what it did. It flushed it down the toilet and was like, bye-bye, and it killed it. But overall, guys, I can't even rate this movie, so it's a 0, out of 10. There's nothing redeemable about it, other than the fact that it's kind of funny. And it is. It's a comedy. If Batman, this is a Batman spoof movie, in my opinion. It's just a complete spoof on the character, and it's like, hey, let's just make Batman funny. It's something stupid like that. It's that bad. Overall, guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching all my videos. Go back and look at all those. I've got all my now 4 Batman reviews up. I still have 3 more to go. I still have all the Superman movies to get through. And again, I'm going to see Deadpool this weekend, and I want that movie to be so good, so much better than this movie. But yeah, that movie, I've heard nothing but praises about it, and all the people that have seen it, I know some people that have gone to see it, they said they loved it, and it's great. It's one of the best superhero movies in recent memory from what I've heard. And I'm just so looking forward to it, and I hope it raises the bar this year at least for all the superhero movies to come, like Batman vs. Superman, and all the other movies that are coming out this year. Again, guys, thank you. Like this video, subscribe to this channel and everything. My name is Andrew, and I am the College Critic, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.